Hey everybody, my name is Robert. I am in front of my 2022 Ford Maverick XLT Hybrid. And the reason why I'm in front of it today in this video is because I'm going to be talking about how I feel about it after 5,000 miles. Yes, it reached 5,000 miles. I got this right after Christmas, right before New Year's. So I'll be talking about it, what I like about it so far. Be right back. I do videos, DIYs, product reviews, and I talk about this truck, this 2022 Ford Maverick Hybrid. And the reason why I want to talk about today is it hit 5,000 miles in a little over 5 months, and just want to talk about how I feel about it so far. So Ford talked about MPGs were in the high 30s, and it actually exceeded that. So that's actually pretty good. I think they were saying it's gonna be like 37-ish, and this thing gets 40 plus-ish when you're doing highway easy. And also if you're in traffic, you actually get better MPG. So the thing about hybrids is that driving in traffic, so that way you get more electric mode, you end up saving more gas because obviously it's wasting less fuel. So that's one thing I liked about it. Another thing, I just opened it without, I didn't want to show you guys the code, of course, but the XLT, you can open it with that number pad. It's very old school. I remember these in the 80s, and Ford still kept this. I don't think there's not other companies that actually have this keypad, but hey, it worked. I didn't have my keys with me. When I first got it, I wasn't really fond of these orange accents. So XLTs have orange accents, but then I kind of thought about it, like, that's okay. It kind of breaks the color scheme of a dark color inside. And then I decided just to get a wheel cover to match the orange accents as well. So it's whatever. Ford, as you can see, decided to do different textures, colors, different shapes. I mean, they decided to do a lot of funky stuff, and that's cool. I think for, you know, these trucks start off at 20,000 before destination, so 22,000 if you can get one. But as far as MSRP, that is cheap for a truck, a car, or anything. But again, it's got these different textures. Some people don't like it. It does, you know, mark up. I don't really care, but some people really care and they get marked up. But a lot of textures. This is soft touch. Again, orange accents. It's got this different handle, right? And it's got these map pocket things, or pockets at different heights for bigger containers and everything. Kind of cool. Just really different style. Dial controls, buttons. You know, it's got the transmission's got dial controls, auto stop. So it's unique. I didn't really care about the cloth seats that were in here. So as you can see, I put the leather seats, diamond stitch on it, which I really like. But as far as comfort, even with the cloth seats, they're pretty comfortable. It's a pretty roomy truck. I'm 6'1", like I said. If I didn't have the height adjustment on here, it might be a little bit tight, but it's still pretty roomy. I used to have a 2017 Tacoma, and the back seat and headroom and everything was smaller actually than the Maverick. So it's surprisingly how roomy this is. Ergonomically, I haven't had any issues. I did have one thing. It's kind of weird. I'll usually open this door. Sometimes I'll get out and I'll close this door, and for some reason it locks and I can't get out. I don't think it's this thing, or maybe it is this thing. Maybe when I slam it or something. But sometimes I can't open the door from outside, and I've had to get in through the back door or come around the passenger side and unlock it. Or now, since I programmed the code, I'll unlock it there. But it's weird, and it's not because the key fob's in my pocket. It could be right in the ignition. So it's just a little quirk that I haven't figured out why. I think I asked someone else if it happened to them. They mentioned it did. So there must be some weird thing. It's not auto lock, because if it was auto lock, it would lock all the doors. So there's something strange going on with that. So my expectations of MPG were beyond my expectations. I used to drive to LA a lot, and with a lot of heavy traffic, I could get up to 50 miles per gallon, which is like crazy. And actually it's really important now since gas is stupid expensive. So next to having an EV, I mean, this is having a hybrid like this high MPG hybrid has definitely been a plus. I have been commuting closer now. I'm in Orange County with a new job, and with that, the MPG is a little bit worse because I'm not going through as much traffic, so it's kind of like a trade-off. You know, if you have more traffic, it's actually better MPG, but I'd rather take the closer travel anytime. Again, like, space is good. I don't have any problems with it. I like the way it brakes. Some people don't like the braking, the sensitivity. I like sensitive brakes. I rather feel like I'm stopping sooner than stopping too late. I always notice that push or heaviness with our old Lexus LX 570. With this one, it doesn't feel like it. Agility wise, it handles pretty good for a truck or SUV or whatever you want to classify it as. It's not a regular car, but it drives pretty good. It's comfortable. Speed wise, the eCVT I had to kind of get used to because it doesn't shift gears, which is fine. I remember borrowing a CVT loaner, CHR Toyota, and I think it had fake gears and it would shift to make you feel like it's automatic, like a regular slush box automatic. I'd rather have it just not be, you know, fake and just go, and that's how this does. It kind of falls flat after 50% power, but it's okay. You know, this is not a race car, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I can get on the freeway pretty quick if I want to, but I'm not going to be racing, you know, sports cars or fooling people. But I think that's what the EcoBoost versions are for. If you really want a little bit more power, a little bit more quickness. But overall, I like it. The bed, I never had problems. Gone to Costco a few times, filled it up, no issues, and enough room, enough bed space on that. Easy to grab because it's such a low height that I can, you know, get everything. I can actually show you that. See, I could just open that up, and I got plenty of room still, even with the roll and lock. And I put stuff in Costco and actually closed the lid, but if I had to, I could put it on top as well. So no issues with that. One thing I didn't like was this was a halogen, that was halogen, and a few other things was halogen, so I swapped those to LED, so that was no big deal to do. So as far as, I think, defects, the only thing that kind of bothers me a little bit, and it's like whatever, you know, it's not, you know, expensive truck. I think the edge here kind of sits a little bit wrong. I don't know. If you look at that gap, you see that? It just looks like it sticks out a little bit weird, right? See that? It doesn't really match. But I mean, that's a little quirk. You know, for less than $30,000, you can't really complain. I think it's actually built better than a Tesla. Like if you look at the lines here, it's pretty straight, right? The gaps, they're not that bad. So I don't think it's that bad of a body lines and technique. One thing that does bother me is I don't really care for this slant here, but I've seen some with the bed caps, and with the bed cap it just looks weird because this is straight, but then this is like angular, so then the bed cap, I don't know, it's just got a lot of angles. But it is what it is. So far, again, 5,000 miles, no major issues. It's a winner. If you could get one of these, they're huge demand. Some dealers are really marking them like crazy, but if you get one of these, it's going to be a winner. Even the EcoBoost will still be a winner on that. Alright guys, so this is a quick video of 5,000 miles. No major issues except for that door that I haven't figured out yet. And then I am going to do a video on the 5 things I don't like about this Maverick. It's a little more nitpicking stuff, but it's not anything major catastrophic, but I think it'll be a fun video. Alright guys, peace out.